Hey everybody, in this week's episode, we're going to bring the heat and we're going to talk about bonfires on beaches. Who doesn't like to have a fire on a beach? It's awesome. It's Maine. Let's bring the fire. All right, everybody, hey, this week we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk about bonfires. Summer in Maine, it's one of the best times of the year. Get out there, get on the beach, get on your lake beach, get out wherever, have a bonfire. Everybody loves doing it. But we're going to talk about some things to be mindful of when you're having that bonfire and what to look out for, what to watch for, and have some fun. A couple tips here to get started. Find the right spot. Make sure you're mindful about what's around you in case it gets a little out of control. Make sure there's no trees hanging down, dead limbs hanging down that's going to catch on fire. If you're planning on having a big fire, make sure you're talking to your local authorities. Make sure you get any permits and permission or whatever else. Just make sure you look into those local rules because you don't want to be taken away to the slammer just because you're having fun around a bonfire. Gather any supplies. Some things that we recommend having, and I'm sure all of you that have ever had a bonfire has every one of these things with you. Fire extinguisher, water bucket, a shovel. Keep safety in mind. You're going to want to remove any, trash and debris and anything from, around the area. Bring your own firewood, any, your charcoal or whatever you're going to use to get everything going. And make sure you keep everything under control. Maintain a manageable size of the fire. Obviously, if you want to have a big fire, but make sure you're able to manage it. Never leave it unattended either, especially if you're having a good sized fire. Never leave it unattended. And again, I can't stress enough, respect the local regulations and abide by that. Hey, hopefully you're enjoying this video. If you are, please hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified when we put out other videos. We do 1 or 2 a week. We really appreciate you watching these, and hopefully it's helpful to you. We talk about just about anything to do with Maine and real estate and just fun things to do and bonfires. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Comment below, let us know what you think, and we'll see you on other videos as well. One last thing that we wanted to kind of chat about around this is, specific rules and regulations on like the beach or the specific area that you're going. Of course, you have your town regulations, but the specific to the area that you're in, like if you're going into a specific beach, just be mindful of those rules that are there. And if you're on a beach, make sure you use the sand maybe to put out the fire, pour water on the embers, when you're done. Of course, make sure it's 100% out, okay, with using water, using sand, whatever you got to do to make sure it's out. Never leave when there's a smoldering fire that's, just sitting there. Never leave that unattended. Even if it's dying down, you're going to want to make sure that it's 100% out before you take off or leave it unattended. And remember, all of these rules and stuff are in place for everybody's safety. Have fun. Bonfires are great. S'mores, who doesn't love s'mores? But they're awesome fun. Have them. Just be mindful and be safe. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions. If you have any stories about bonfires, would love to hear about it. One quick funny thing is that, when I was a kid, I used to call it bomb fires. So they would explode, apparently. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. And remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and one of these buttons over here. You get a lot of great information about real estate, the state of Maine, cool things to do, all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you have any questions at any time, comment below or hit us up on all social media platforms and we'd love to help you out. And we love talking about Maine and real estate in Maine.